In Humphrey visual field, an average physiological blind spot is mapped 10 to 15 degrees temporal to the fovea and is vertically centered 1.5 degrees below the horizontal meridian. It is roughly 5 degrees wide and 7 degrees tall and produces an absolute scotoma in the numeric plot, which is denoted by a triangle and less than 0 decibel value. Correct mapping of the blind spot is important as it serves as an estimate of fixation reliability. When the blind spot is not seen in the expected location, the clinician must give a thought as to why this might be the case. To illustrate its significance, I present a series of cases in which, due to different reasons, the blind spot could not be seen in the presumed expected location in the raw numerical data and grayscale map of the Humphrey visual field printout. Humphrey visual field 24-2 Sita standard single field analysis printout of the left eye shows wide scotomas, high fixation losses, high false positive errors, and no depiction of blind spot in the numeric plot and grayscale map. This is a trigger-happy field where the patient has responded to a test stimulus in the physiological blind spot location, resulting in the high fixation losses, which is known as pseudofixation loss. This is another example of trigger-happy field in which there are wide scotomas in the grayscale map, no depiction of blind spot in the numeric plot, and grayscale map and high fixation loss rate. Humphrey visual field 24-2 Sita standard single field analysis printout of the right eye shows high fixation losses and depiction of blind spot in the periphery in the numeric plot and grayscale map. This has occurred as the patient's head tilt has caused the physiological blind spot to move out of the expected test location and resulted in high fixation loss rate despite the patient fixating properly. A head tilt of few degrees can rotate the blind spot and the test stimulus is presented to a seeing area in the field of vision, resulting in such artifact. Humphrey visual field 24-2 Sita standard single field analysis printout of the left eye shows high fixation losses and no depiction of blind spot in the numeric plot and grayscale map. Here, the blind spot of a properly fixating eye falls between the 6 degrees spacing of test points, and hence the patient responds when the test stimulus is presented in the presumed blind spot location. This is another example of pseudofixation loss and no depiction of blind spot in numeric plot and grayscale map, as the blind spot falls between the two test points. During automated perimetry with Humphrey visual field analyzer, field examinations are labeled unreliable whenever the rate of fixation loss is 20 degrees or more. The reported rate of fixation loss results when the patient's gaze drifts from the fixation point during the examination and a stimulus projected onto the location of blind spot is seen. This can occur due to technical artifacts such as faulty initial localization of the blind spot or false positive responses by the patient or patient's head tilt. Such erroneous reports of fixation losses is combined under the term of pseudofixation loss. Perimetrist should recognize this potential artifact early during the test and relocate the blind spot. Also, they should check for head tilt from time to time. In cases such results are seen after finishing the test, it is recommended to repeat it.